Hello, everyone. I'm Ryoko, a resident of the Animator Dormitory. In these videos, I tell you all about the everyday lives of new animators like me and the dormitory I live in. This time, I'll talk about my life in September of 2019, my 6th month of being an animator. I'll cover some lesser known topics like the real salaries and lifestyles of animators. Make sure you watch until the end. As I mentioned in the last few videos, I quit the first company I joined in June and did freelance work in July and August. In mid-August, another anime studio reached out to me, and I started working there in mid-September. A certain famous veteran animator is a member of that studio. I knew their name and work from before, and they're someone I truly respect. When I found out I would be directly learning key animation from someone so talented, I remember feeling both very excited and very nervous. The studio kept up with the latest CG and VR technology, so I also got the opportunity to try software I had never used before. The animator that trained me was an expert in all things CG. I'm grateful I was able to learn so much from them. I didn't know anything about CG when I started at the studio. At first, everything was very confusing and hard to remember. Then, as I got the hang of it, the parts I didn't understand before became clearer, and I could easily do things that used to be difficult. For example, when putting a character directly in a 3D background, I could quickly grasp the perspective and placement of the character and their surroundings, and with one CG, check the composition of the scene from any angle. Picture something like putting a model of what you want to draw into the scene, where you can move it around, set it up, and observe it. My work environment at the new company was totally different than before. I felt incredibly thankful that I had so many experienced animators around me, and that I could ask questions right away if I didn't understand something. At my previous company and when freelancing, I didn't get any training for key animation, and just struggled to learn things on my own. I was overjoyed to have others look at my work and give me feedback. They taught me a lot of new things all at once, and rather than using it straight away at work, it was more like a mix of learning and studying on my own. I was thankful for being blessed with a great work environment, and wanted to work hard to make each skill mine, one at a time. I wanted to master everything my seniors taught me, and one day be able to help them with their work. The experience made me excited to work again. Outside of work, especially before I joined the studio, I practiced drawing backgrounds, which I hadn't really been able to do before. I wanted to be able to understand how to draw scenes I liked, like narrow roads, old buildings, shrines, and temples. But I knew I wasn't good at drawing buildings and expressing depth and position. So I decided to study the basics of perspective again and try recreating interesting scenes from movies on my own. I also walked around my neighborhood and places nearby, and drew the street corners, shrines, and people I stumbled upon. I found drawing places I had never been before and things I wouldn't normally draw a great way to both practice and take a break. In September, I joined a new studio, tried technology I had never touched before, trained under an animator I look up to, and worked hard to broaden my skill set and horizons, all while navigating a new environment. My income for September was $500. You might wonder why it went down even though I joined a company, but my pay for this month was from my last freelance job. The salary from my new job was deposited a bit later. Animators have to submit invoices on their own, so sometimes there's a gap between finishing the job and receiving the pay. It's a bit of a bummer that I worked so hard one month to only be paid this much the next month. That's it for today. What did you think? In the next video, I'll continue on to talk about October. Thank you so much for all the views and comments. If there's anything you want to know about the Animator Dormitory or being an animator, feel free to leave questions in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. The Animator Dormitory runs almost entirely on donations. For more information about crowdfunding for the dorm, there's a link in the video description below. Please take a look. Also, just watching our videos supports our cause, so please check out our other videos too.